Hola, mi amigos. Today I'm going to be doing Boku Hero No Academy chapter 275 Encounter Part 2. So I did wonder why it was called Encounter Part 2. And, I thought there was maybe a double bill kind of thing. But it's actually, it's kind of a homage to chapter 68, which is called Encounter 1. And this was the chapter which what's it called? Shigaraki and Deku meet close to like face to face for the first time, and the one where he pretty much gets kidnapped with him when he's wearing his hoodie, and that felt like such a long time ago, and a lot of things have happened since then. But what I say, Shigaraki in his current state, he looks like he's too OP. He's almost like the demigod, and no one can stop him in a sense. And he has this one quirk called Search, which is obviously stolen from one of the cat girls, which reveals the location and weakness of anyone the user lays eyes on. So I gotta say that's a pretty nifty quirk to have. And there seems to be a massive death flag on Aizawa Sensei, considering the fact that he just appears in the cover title as well with the cat as well. So maybe that's a hint to saying who might die this chapter. I don't know. It just feels like someone's going to die anyway. And so Deku and Bakugo are moving towards the scene because he's figured out that Shigaraki is after him because that's just the way the position is, and he can't reveal the secret that he has one for all. But on the comms, he is talking with Endeavor to like go along with his plan. So Endeavor, he's quite a clever bloke, and the fact that he's quite similar to Deku in a sense of like thought process and intelligence. He kind of clocks on to what's going on, and yeah. So with this, Bakugo and Deku kind of rush off to encounter Shigaraki, and the fact that Bakugo's and he's rushing off as well. This could be a death flag for Bakugo, because obviously he's his best friend, so that'd be a lot of motivation. And this is quite crazy as well. It looks like Deku did see Shigaraki from a distance, and you can just see how much fear they have. And I did like this demonstration of them kind of crumbling to dust, if they got any closer. That was kind of like the instinct telling them that if they get any closer to him, because he's just so dangerous that they could actually die. And Gran Torino kind of intervenes in this situation, saying, like let the heroes deal with it. And we do see a hero like this, a lizard type hero, try to deal with it, and we see Shigaraki touch the hero once, and we don't see the hero again. So I'm guessing he got decimated. And we also learned something quite interesting as well. So the hero that saved Aizawa Sensei, he was the number six hero, Crust. And the fact that the number six hero, he's like top 10 hero in Japan. He just gets creamed from Shigaraki just like that. It shows how powerful Shigaraki is. And he also references Razorhead for deleting his quirks anyway. And he says, "You're pretty cool, Eraserhead. You really are." So he could be a target because Aiza was his quirk is quite a massive hurdle for Shigaraki to overcome. And we move on to chapter 276 now. Let's see what happens in this one. I'll just wait for it to load. So I thought 275 was a pretty decent chapter, and yeah, it's getting really intense. I don't know who's gonna die, but I feel like people are going to die, and especially one of the main cast anyway. And yeah, it feels like very chaotic as we get like a lot of shots of everyone around, and where is that country headed? We even see what's it called? All for one, one for all, one for all. All for one, all for one, or one for all. I've confused myself, but when we see the evil guy, he's just smiling. Yeah, I've kind of gone blank. You cheated. So what's this? Why is the chapter called "With You Cheated"? Yeah. So it looks like Endeavor. Oh, so it looks like the hero had not been erased yet. So I'm guessing uh, Aizawa Sensei managed to erase Shigaraki's quirk in time for him to still be alive. The Dino quirk, anyway. And we see that Endeavor's going to be the one that's going to fight Tomoro anyway, and he uses Kiddo, his sidekick, as a bit of a little boost anyway to get there quicker. So yeah, Shigaraki can't use his quirk. So the Dino guy is still alive. I generally thought he got decimated. And interesting. So we get this support type hero who, what is this? Makes you blink anyway, so we'll keep you. Applying too much. So he seems to have some ability with water, and he's kind of aiding Aizawa so he doesn't blink as much. So that's quite interesting as well. And we can see that Endeavor versus Shigaraki. So the number one hero in Japan versus the villain anyway. And this villain seems overpowered in a sense. Look at him. Even though Shigaraki has no quirk right now, so because what's he called? Because Aiza was watching him, like he's still quite a formidable foe. And as we're watching the fight, you can just see like how strong Shigaraki is. And also some other nuisances, some other like low end, high end normals have been released, and they're just like walking around. So that's kind of a convenience thing for Shigaraki. He's got some more minions. That's interesting. And I do like how overpowered Shigaraki has become. Look at him. He's just even though he doesn't have his quirk, this guy, you have to notice that this guy is quirkless right now. But just his physical feat was enough to beat Endeavor as he just stood on top of Endeavor with his hand pose again. And he's even taunting him by doing this weird like this pose on top of him. So that's quite crazy, man. And it looks like Shigaraki's missing an arm though. I can't really tell from this. But I think he might have regeneration, so that's pretty crazy. I can control decay, I couldn't save every last normal cost. Okay. So that's quite interesting. And with the Nomus, they attack, and obviously the other heroes have to get involved for the Nomus. Okay. And yeah, it's getting quite intense, like who's gonna be the one that he's going for. And we do see Shigaraki like going closer, and he's even edging towards looks like Aizawa. He's edging towards Aizawa probably to eliminate him. But who's this person who intercepts him? Yeah, it looks like he's going towards Aizawa, but the person who intercepts him is Deku with this massive punch. So that's going to be interesting to see how this all turns out. So this is very cool, and it shows a little flashback to when uh, Deku was saved by Aizawa. So I guess this is a nice little parallel to Encounter Part One, where I know this the Sensei Eraserhead he saves Deku from Shigaraki, but now it's kind of like a reverse where um, Deku saves Eraserhead from Shigaraki. So yeah, and also Bakugo. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. So I don't know how Deku and Bakugo are going to be able to keep up with Irim Shigaraki in this state if someone like Endeavor was completely decimated and defeated, like uh, not even well, like completely, utterly destroyed. This is going to be interesting to see how the fight plays out, and I don't think they have any chance of winning at this current situation. So what can they do? Like it feels so helpless. Like Shigaraki is leagues above everyone else now. Like he's in a league of his own. Just how much powerful he's become. And if he was allowed to use his quirk, it'd be game over. He's just too strong. But let's see what happens. I'll see you guys next.